Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be going over some brand new Charlotte Tilbury. I have been waiting for these to come out. As soon as they dropped, there was a VIP. Thank you Tara Lynn for that link. And yeah, I grabbed them immediately, add to cart, checkout, and here they are. I am so excited to show these to you. I have the new Airbrush bronzers. I picked up 2 shades so that I could compare them for you, as well as the new Desert Haze all matte quad, or should I say luxury palette of mattes. As per usual, I'm going to give you guys the 411, all the information, swatches, and everything. Then I'm going to get into the demo, and after that, I'll give you guys my thoughts as well as some comparisons. I'm going to be comparing the palette as well as the bronzers. Let's start off with the bronzers. I grabbed 2 different shades. I wasn't sure which one I would want, so I just grabbed them both, and I figured it'd be nice for you guys to have a comparison as well. So I picked up number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is Fair, meant for fair skin tones, obviously. I can't get it open! Not that it's hard, I'm just excited. This is what number 1 looks like. This one's number 2, and each of these have 16 grams of product. You can actually refill these. There's a little hole on the back of them so that you can pop out the pan. The refills are not available yet, but they are coming soon. Each of these retail for $55, and I think that the refill is going to be $39. I feel like I saw that somewhere. I can't confirm, but I feel like it's $39. And again, 16 grams of product. On the Charlotte Tilbury website, it reads, Charlotte's new innovation, next generation bronzer, uses new flawless technology inspired by the fine as air, smooth as silk, pore blurring effects of the iconic Airbrush family. So if you're a lover of the Airbrush powder, you're gonna like these. It's a hydrating formula with hyaluronic acid, smoothing and silky mica, blurring soft focus silica, microfine perfecting powders, and magical microspheres for an increased payoff and an elegant silky texture. She really knows how to sell a product. It's like Charlotte Tilbury and Pat McGrath. You can always tell when it's one of their descriptions. And then we have the Desert Haze palette. This says it's an online exclusive, but it does not say limited edition, which I'm excited about. It's $53, and here are the swatches. The luxury palette of mattes in Desert Haze combines flattering peachy brown hues and rich creamy velvet matte textures for a seductive supermodel summer eyes all year round. When I got this palette in the mail, I immediately thought of 2 other palettes from Charlotte. The Darling palette, this little baby right here, as well as the Pillow Talk Instant Eye palette, which I am constantly raving about. So I will show you comparisons of those in case you guys are interested. And like I said, I will also be showing you guys comparisons of the bronzers, just of different shades of bronzers that I have in my collection. So let's go ahead, get into the eye look and the demo of the bronzers, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts. I went ahead and did a little baby wing with my Charlotte Tilbury nub of Pillow Talk, and I'm going to go over that with the shadows. Starting with a Wayne Goss 18 and this orangey shade here. I'm going to start on the outer corner. Now the reason why I did the liner first was because I wanted it to kind of soften up a little bit instead of standing out too much. You can see how pigmented the shadow is. These are so pigmented. Obviously, I've already done this eye, and yeah, I am impressed. That would be saying the least. I'm going to work this upward. I'm slowly taking my time working it upward because, again, pigmentation. And I'm bringing the excess inward, but I don't want it to go all the way in. Same shade on a BECCA Beauty 207, buffing that right along the lower lash line. REPHR 14 going in with this color. I'm going to deepen up the outer V, bringing it into the crease. And blending upward. BK Beauty 203 in the bone color shade. I'm going to tap this over the lid, kind of blending slightly upward into the crease, a little bit over the lash shade we laid down, and excess right at the brow arch. REPHR 14, darkest color in the palette. Now this is extremely pigmented, so just pick up a little bit, and I do mean a little bit. And I'm putting it on the outer corner, again into the crease a little bit, bringing it upward. Back in with the Wangas 18, no additional product, just going right around the edges. Picking up just a little bit more of the bone color shade and very lightly just kind of going back over, just making sure everything is kind of merged together. REPHR number 3, going in with the lash shade, and I am going to press this right up against my lash line. And then I'm going to go add Milk Boss Liner to the top inner rim and just mascara. Eyes are done. Like I said, all I did was add on the Milk Boss Liner to the top inner rim. And now let's move on to bronzers. I picked up 2 different shades. I have, okay, I've already opened them up. I have number 1, Fair. These things are ginormous. I really like the size of them. This is what it looks like here. Let me do a little swatcheroo of this. Not sure if this one's going to show up, but we will see. And then I picked up number 2, medium. And there's that. When you look at these, there's definitely a jump between the 2 shades, like a noticeable jump. I might end up having to mix them. But I'm going to start off with the number 1, Fair. Royal and Langnickel BOM 34. And let's see if this is going to do anything for me. I'm thinking not. Yeah, all that's gonna do is keep building up and add texture. There's like almost nothing there. So we're gonna skip this one. This unfortunately is not going to work for me. I'm glad I picked up 2 shades. Let's try the medium. Hopefully it doesn't act funky on top of this other one. No, I think it's all right. I really like this color, and it's blending out. Like there's no lines. It's beautiful. And for reference, I'm like an NC 25, 27 in MAC. Charlotte knows her powders. This looks amazing. I think it looks so nice. I love the texture of it. I love the color of it. It's really, really smooth. It blended out very nicely. Got one more thing to do though. I need to do my nose. I want to try out the light one more time, and I'm going to try it on my nose before I go in with this brush. Is the one I usually use. I'm just picking up another brush that's clean, and I'm going to see if it will show up on my nose at all. Again, I'm going in with the number 1. And I can kind of see it. I mean, I think that once I put like my highlight on my nose, that's, so if I wanted a really, really, really natural nose contour, this could be okay. But let me go in with a darker one. Yeah, I like this color better personally. But now I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera, finish off the rest of my face, and I'll be back with my thoughts. I wanted to go in with something outside of my usual nudes. You guys know how I feel about a nude lip. So I decided to go in with Glowing Jen from Charlotte Tilbury, but first, I went in with Wayne Goss's Essential Lip Pencil in Sepia, and that finished off the look. For my thoughts, let me start off with the bronzers that I have already stuck my finger into. I hate it when I do that. It's like, oh, it just like messes up the pan and it doesn't look pretty anymore. But anywho, obviously you saw the fair one is just a little bit too light for me. I could use it on my nose, but am I ever going to go through all of this? No. So unfortunately, this one just doesn't work for my skin tone. And like I said, I'm an NC 25, 27 in MAC, in case you were wondering. However, that's going to be amazing for somebody who has fair skin, like truly fair skin. And you guys are probably wondering, like, well, why did you pick up the fair one then? I did that because a lot of times when companies say fair, they really don't mean fair. They really mean light medium. So I picked up two. I'm glad I did because medium is definitely the one that works for me. And this is going to work for me right now as well as whenever I get darker, because I can tell that this is buildable. I love the texture that this gives. I love how blendable it is. This is probably the most blendable bronzer I think I have ever used. This could be holy grail status, and I'm not even kidding. I know this is a first impression. This is the first time I'm putting it on my face, but this is so silky. It feels so nice on the skin. I love the way it looks. It's like I don't even see any lines. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It is beautiful. I didn't struggle with it at all. I love this, and I really love the fact that she thought about it and made refill pans instead of having to buy the entire thing for $55 over and over again. I truly appreciate that. I really like that aspect of it. So if you're gonna ask me if this is worth it, 100%. It is beautiful. I love the colors, everything. There's only one thing I can say, and that is that between the third and fourth shade, it seems like there should be another one. Heck, there could be one in between these two, to be completely honest with you, but I feel like there just needs to be at least one more shade between the third and the fourth. But I haven't seen these in person. It's just what I'm seeing online, and that's my critique of it. But product-wise, beautiful. Love this. And I love the eyeshadow palette as well. I love the eye look that I created with this. It is so sultry, and I'm just really feeling it. I think it looks so beautiful, especially with Pillow Talk liner. I love how this came out. I do have to say, I don't think that you need this. Not that we need any makeup, but you guys know what I mean. You don't need this if you already have the Pillow Talk Instant Eye Palette or the Darling palette. With that being said, I'm going to show you guys the swatches. There are definitely some similarities there. The biggest difference I see though is whenever I'm applying it to the eyes, and you can see it in the swatch, this dark brown right here is much darker than anything you're going to find in the Darling palette or the Pillow Talk Instant Eye palette, and this really gives you that smoky look. So you're not going to really be able to get this type of depth with those palettes, but you still don't need to have all three or even two. Overall, when this is applied to the eyes, I just feel like it's a little bit deeper. In the swatches, there's definitely similarities though. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you. The first one is Desert Haze, then we have the Darling palette and Pillow Talk Instant Eye palette. As you can see, definitely similarities there. They're not the same, but they are similar, and similar enough that you just don't need to have all three of these palettes. Do I enjoy them though? Abso-freaking-lutely. Anywho, you guys, these products get 2 thumbs up from me. The bronzer, amazing. Pigmented, blendability, everything. And the same goes for the eyes. Wow, pigmentation, like these are some of the best mattes, and I don't say that lightly. Charlotte has been doing an amazing job with the mattes here recently. I don't know what's going on, but I'm feeling it, and it's making me really excited about the brand more and more and more. Just don't mess with my celestial shades. That's all I gotta say. Don't mess with my celestial shades. Anywho, you guys, I am going to put all of the swatches of the bronzers at the end of the video. I'll have them named and everything so that you guys can see them all side by side, and I'm gonna leave it for a longer period of time. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.